Hello, everyone. Today is day 4 of the Vegan Health Bundle event. We've got lives going on all over the place, and today we're going to be talking about fascia flow, which is one of the things that you get when you buy the vegan bundle with Dreena Burton. So she's going to be joining us shortly here. But if you haven't gotten the bundle yet, this is your chance. 1 week left. The link is in my bio or in her bio to please go grab the bundles. Go see all the goodies that are inside this bundle because there's so many awesome things available to you. You're getting over $8,000 worth of content, and Dreena is in the house here. Let's see if I can add her. All right. We're going to talk about fascia flow on the show. So I'm really interested because I want to learn more about this as well. So I'm going to be learning too. Hello!
Good morning. How are you?
Good morning. Good morning. How are you?
Good. This is the first time we've actually chatted.
Yes, it is.
Not just messaged.
I know. That's one of the things that I love so much about the bundle is that, you know, so many new connections are formed.
Yeah.
And when people buy the bundle, they're able to find so many new people to follow, which is really cool too.
Totally. And also, I just want to say, I know you've had a lot on your plate, and I just want to say thank you for doing a live with me today, because I know you're not just the bundle, a lot in your life. So thank you. I was trying to bring my cat in to say a little hello, but he did not like that I was holding him for too long, of course, because I figured you're a cat lady. You would like to see a little kitty.
I always love seeing kitties. I know Mike too. One of them's over there and the other one's in the other room, but I've got twin black beauties.
I have a black cat too.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Black cats unite.
I love black cats. He's happy to be held usually, but he's not in my good books this morning for some reason. So we'll just let him be.
Exactly. I know they have their own ways,
yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Totally.
So,
yeah. And I agree with you. Like I haven't done a bundle for a long time. Because they're a lot of work, right? They're fun, but they are a lot of work. And when I first got it, the first reaction whenever you open it is overwhelm. Like, where do you start? But there were a few things that just popped right away. Like, boom, you've got to check this one out. And these were people I didn't even know of. So
wow.
it's cool that you discover new things and also new techniques. Like I was making Nate's barbecue dressing.
Oh yeah?
Because last year, the last bundle I did with you, I made your pizza dressing. Loved it. And I was like, okay, I gotta make another dressing today. I actually think raw dressings are my favorite raw thing to make because you know how to use nuts and seeds to make the base rather than oil, right? Mm-hmm. And that's what we do to make oil-free. Anyhow, I'd never heard of tomato powder, so you learned something new.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, tomato powder and onion powder have been my brand new absolute favorite things to use in so many things. I'm just like, because really it's just freeze-dried onion or tomato ground into a powder. So it's interesting with freeze drying because when you freeze dry food, you retain up to 97% of the nutrition.
Mm. Yeah, because I imagine a lot of our dried spices are not super nutrient potent, are they?
Exactly.
Like, can you tell me quickly what brand you use for dried spices?
Dried spices, I like Silk Road in Canada. It's silkroadspices.ca.
Okay.
Now, they don't freeze dry. I mean, you know, it's mostly just dried, but they're dried at low temperatures to keep as much of the nutrition as they can. But tomato powder, I think it's, oh my gosh, I can't even remember the name of it. They're like big, huge tins.
Okay.
That we usually get at Winco, or you can buy them on Amazon too. But we buy like the big gallon tins.
Yeah, and we're fellow Canadians. We only just discovered that recently that we're both, well, I'm not in the States now, but Canadians, born and bred.
Canadians.
Yeah.
Yeah. So awesome. So what other things stood out most for you in the bundle?
Well, Well, I'm not fully raw, so a lot of other things that stood out. I love the raw desserts. That's another thing is I have a sweet tooth, but I have over the years, we really develop our palates as you eat plant-based and you go through time, you start to enjoy sweets that are not refined sugar sweet, right? You enjoy sweets that are naturally sweet. So I love raw desserts. So I've made carrot cake bars by Amanda Sick. They were amazing. And I still have some in my freezer. And I made Chef AJ's Goodman bars, also so decadent. I love the little play you did in the Make It Raw, Make It Cooked. I thought that was a brilliant idea too. The German chocolate cake that you have in there looks so good. And then the pizza ebook by Rebecca Stoner. Yeah, brilliant little ebook. She's got vegan pizza crusts, gluten-free as well, a cashew matzo, a red sauce, barbecue pulled mushrooms. I made those. And then the other thing was some other sweets from Healthy Emmys. So I've been dabbling. I tried to make some, make sure I made some savories. I made what's the other thing I made? Zucchini hummus from the Dressing Difference ebook, which is a neat one too, because you get to see that when you make Whole Foods dressings, it's not just a sauce. Nutrition.
Yeah, exactly. I know I love that Dr. Rick and Karen Dina submitted that book because it really shows you how much more nutrition you get when you make your own dressing.
Yeah.
And it's all raw too, so that's a really great resource as well.
Yeah, there's lots of gems in there. It's shocking actually how much is in there. I mean, we keep saying it because I don't think people really get that it's so much in there. So there's, even if like half of it doesn't resonate with you, the other half is golden. Right?
Agreed. I know I've had so many people message me and they're like, I got the bundle and I didn't realize that I got all the stuff. And I'm like, yeah, you get 150 things and you get to download them all. Like they're all yours for $49. So
That's
people,
right.
I don't think they realize it until they actually buy the bundle that they get everything for 49 bucks.
Yeah.
So yeah, I know. People got to go check it out because and that's why we only do it for 10 days because, it's such an incredible deal. You're getting over $8,000 worth of stuff and you can download it all. There's 150 things in there. I'm really excited for Mike the Vegan's ebook, his level 5 vegan. I'm really excited to dig into that. And I really like Dr. Lori Marbus and Brittany. They made an ebook about how to read blood work as a plant-based eater.
Ooh, I didn't see that one yet.
So that's a really cool contribution as well. And then there's, stuff for like picky eaters, there's yoga, like there's just so much stuff in the bundle. Yeah, people got to go check it out. And I wanted to talk about your submission in the bundle because I personally want to learn more about it. So could you share a little bit more about fascia and what your contribution is about?
Yeah, absolutely.
And oh, by the way, before we go into that, if anybody wants to buy the bundle, you can get the bundle from the link in either of our bios or in the description box below. Just click up here on my typo, what, with an S. You can click on the link and you can go to either of our bios and buy the bundle. We won't be offended if you leave the live to go buy the bundle and then come back to watch the rest. So I just wanted to share that before you start.
Thank you for doing that because I would totally not mention that. I just get on talking. Yeah, so I started I'm in the bundle largely to share this program because a lot of people know me for my plant-based work and I do have 2 ebooks in the bundle as well. But my journey into plant-based eating was from a health perspective. It's what gave me better health in my 20s. In my 20s, I was already experiencing joint pain. And when I took plant-based, or I took the animal foods out of my diet and ate plant-based foods, my body felt better. I had better digestion. My body moved better. I felt more light in my movements. And all of that continued until my 40s. And then all this stuff started cropping up. Like I felt joint pain, and part of it was from perimenopause. Like our bodies go through a shift that time of life. I'm now 53, and I had some inflammation in my body that was brought up from a food sensitivity. Once I cleared that out of my diet, I still had pain points, and I was really frustrated because when we eat really wholesome, we feel like we have to keep going to diet to find the reason that we're feeling pain. And sometimes it's beyond that, right? It doesn't matter how much ginger we consume or turmeric, like there's other things. And I discovered this movement, and I just, like, my world went upside down, Lisa, because it was like I was teaching yoga for many years, and that really never changed the pain in my body. I enjoyed it, but it never made my pain go away. And when I discovered this, after I kind of dabbled in it and went, I'm not sure. And then I came back to it, and within a couple of weeks, I was like, wow, I can turn my head now. So I was getting prolotherapy every month where they inject into your tissues, which I loved because it felt great, but it lasted about a week. And then everything came back. My neck, my shoulder from cooking, like anyone who does a lot of repetitive movements, the fascia lays down the body lays down connective tissue known as fascia. And it's meant to protect us. If it wasn't there, we'd have bigger injuries. But we never address the fascia in our movement. Like, we do things for cardiovascular health. We do things for our muscles, strength training, but we don't address the fascia, and this movement does. It's really simple, but it's hard work in the sense that you have to do it. You have to move. It's like plant-based. You can't get the benefits without eating the food.
Exactly.
Right? You have to do it. But I now do like about 20 minutes a day, and I don't have pain in my joints, my low back, SI, my shoulder, back, shoulder, neck. It's gone, and now it's sustainable. So how it works is it's the opposite of what we know in terms of, we've often been taught to stretch like this. We want to get in here, we take an end range stretch. So what this does is we're stretching in a shortened state to begin, and then we load the muscle and keep the resistance through the range of motion. We'll do a little example here today. And what that does is it incorporates the fascia. It changes it from the inside out, deep layers of fascia, because fascia is not just like under the skin. It goes into our muscles, penetrates muscle fibers, surrounds our bones. It's everywhere. If we didn't have it, we'd just be a mess of bones and muscles on the floor. It's literally holding us together. So, for instance, a bicep curl, if we were to stretch our bicep, we'd probably like try to do this and open it up. What we do is we make the contraction for the bicep. We feel that flex. We keep the resistance, and then we move and lengthen the muscle with the resistance. We release it to start again, and we continue with reps. And that's the magic formula. It's flow. Fascial flow is flex. We keep the contraction, lengthen. We observe when the resistance fades, and that's when we reset. So I'd love everybody who's watching to take a seat and do a little quick demo with us. What do you think?
I love it. I love it.
Okay, okay. So we're going to take cactus arms, and just close your eyes and notice the pull in the front of the shoulder. Notice how the shoulders are feeling today. And now rotate down through, fingertips towards the floor, sense into the mobility in the shoulder joint, and back up. And bring the elbows together, and then open up again. Good, so we're gonna let our right arm come down, and we're gonna use, I'm just moving my stool, I'm going to mirror you. So our left arm is going to be doing the target arm work. We reach around with the right hand, take the back of the elbow. So the left arm is trying to go back. It's pushing back behind us into the cup of the hand. You keep that resistance, and then you begin to move the arm towards your face.
Okay, I see.
Yeah, release it. Set up again. Resist back towards the wall behind you into the hand, and then use the right hand to move the arm. Keep the resistance. Notice when it changes. Release. Let it go. Now, the other really cool thing about this work, we keep resisting on the way forward. Release, let go. We're going to do about another 7 or 8 reps. Resisting, using the hand to drag it. It should feel like you're moving through mud. And if we max our resistance, so if we're back here and resisting as much as we can, we don't move the arm. And that's because the fascia is actually much stronger than the muscles. So we have to ease the resistance enough to move the arm. And the other cool thing, which I always get off track, I get excited, is that all of the movements we do align with energy meridians in the body associated with Chinese medicine. So this area of the body is associated with the large intestine. So we're actually interfacing with the energy to the organs. So if we have trouble eliminating, we can do this kind of movement, and it helps bring energy to the organ of the large intestine. Because if energy is not moving, because the fascia is dense, then the organ is getting like a little stifled, not getting the energy it needs. Good. Maybe one more. Flex back, resist, lengthen, observe, release. Now, just shake out the arms.
Ooh, it's like a workout.
It is. We strength train too. So you can notice, like you may see, we just did like 10 reps, but this shoulder softened down.
Very, very much so. I can really feel the difference.
Yeah, it allows the arms to externally rotate, like the shoulders to open up, which is how we are supposed to be anatomically, external rotation. And then if we come back to our cactus, close eyes, notice the front of the shoulder. Can you feel the space in the front of the left shoulder as you pull the arms back versus the
yes.
And
it's almost like I can pull that one that we were working on further back, and oh man,
cool, right?
This is
and
super cool.
So cool. And we didn't do this. This is the stretch we learned in phys ed years ago.
Right.
Right? So we did the opposite, but it allows the muscle then to contract better, gives us space in the front. We didn't even open this, but we have more space. So it's a beautiful system. I'm a total fascia geek. And I just had to, honestly, like, that's why I wanted to join the bundle, was to get my program out to people, because it removes pain from the body. And when you're going into your 50s, 60s, 70s, and you're not addressing the fascia, you start to live with pain, and you think that that's aging. And I'm like, no, we don't have to believe that that's aging. No, that sucks.
Yeah, I know. And it's like the habits that have built up over decades, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We get there from, we all have a unique fascial imprint because of how we move, right? How we live in our day. If we sit a lot, if we're driving a lot, if we're doing a lot of this, the more finite movements we make as well, like if you're a musician and you're making really finite movements, that creates such density in the area, more than even athletes at times, because the movement is so precise and the body has to react. And so yeah, it's everything we're doing in the day contributes to it. It's not our fault, it's life. But now we have a way to interface with it and create a change so that, wow, we feel better. And the other thing is my immunity's been better, my digestion, like there's all these energetic benefits, because once you're getting into the energy flow of the body, working small intestine, the heart, the lungs, all of the organs, things run smoother.
Wow. This is epic. I mean, like, you know, I've heard fascia here and there, and I'm like, yeah, you know, I need to start doing something, you know, or whatever, because I've heard the term, especially from Angelica, who has a yoga product in the bundle, Yoga for All Bodies. She really talks a lot about fascia too, and I'm, you know, it goes in one ear and out the other. But now I'm like, I'm sold just from that one little experiment on that. Just and now, like, while you're talking, I'm like, I want to do this side now. So
a little bit. We can do it. Make it even if you want.
Yeah, because I can really feel the difference. Like this side is so fluid and nice, and this side's like needs some work.
Well, let's do it. Let's do it. Let's bring the right arm up. So another thing is, everybody, like my arm is here, but you might be starting here, and that's fine. It's wherever you can start. You reach around the left hand, cup the back of the elbow. That arm is trying to push back, so it's going to push into your hand. Keep pushing back and begin to drag the arm in front of the body. And then release it all to start again. Push back into the hand, begin to drag the arm in front. So again, this is aligning, connecting with the large intestine meridian in the body. It runs down the arm and into the index finger. Sometimes if we do a whole bunch of reps like this and you just close your eyes, you can even feel some energy pulsing into the digits because we're activating the meridians. That's kind of fun. We might feel that after doing a bunch here. At least you picked up on this really quick, Melissa.
Oh, thank you.
Because it's backward. It's like when I first learned it, my brain had to kind of retrain itself. But it's how animals stretch. So if you look at your cats, right, and you see they stretch in the day, they don't dump into their joints. They reach out those little paws, they tense, and then they pull back. They're moving with that resistance all the time. It's called, if anyone wants to Google it after, it's called pandiculation. And it's how animals stretch. So let's do 2 more. Flexing, resisting back, moving. It's a burn.
Feel it.
I don't strength train anymore. I don't lift weights because this is my strength training. Last one.
Oh,
good.
Gosh. Oh, that feels so good. Wow.
Yeah, and close your eyes and just notice if you feel anything down that arm into the digits. Sometimes you feel a little energy. If you're sensitive, if you're somewhat aware of that in your body, not everyone is, you might feel like a little into the digit, into the index finger.
It feels like I just did shoulder presses.
Yeah. And so I have a lot of
good set too.
Yeah, it's strengthening. Like I have a lot of students say, what else do you do? And I'm like, I don't do strength training anymore because that creates more wear and tear on my joints. This takes it out. Plus I get strength training. So the only other thing I do is like, I do some rebounding 10 minutes a day. I love rebounding.
Yeah, I have a rebounder, so it's like right in front of me, right?
Oh, you have one too?
Yeah. Yeah, I don't use it as much as I should, but we put it in the living room so that I could look at it every day, but I don't do it every day, and I should.
Do your cats get on it?
Yeah.
Yeah, see, they are always on there. They like to jump on there and just take up the space, right?
Totally. They sleep on it, but we have like a windowsill above the rebounder, and they'll sometimes jump up onto the windowsill so they can jump onto the rebounder.
Aww. They're funny. So, but yeah, it's always a good reminder to look at what animals are doing in nature. And animals will do that movement dozens of times through the day. And they have little cardio bursts and then sleep, and then they do this. And we need to kind of retrain ourselves. We do it when we wake up as well. When you notice if you take a body stretch, there's tensing. And then, right? Yeah.
Totally. Yeah, Steve is asking in the chat, I'm trying to see what's the sensation we should feel or how to place the hand on the elbow, like where should I be pushing or pulling?
Great question. So Steve, I'm just going to turn to the side. So if we have our left arm up, our right hand's going to come around, take the outside, the back of the arm. And then you're pushing this arm back. It wants to swipe back into the cup of the hand. So that's your resistance, is the arm is pushing back into the hand. And then this is your helper hand. So our left arm is the target arm. We're doing the work on the left arm, and the right arm is the helper. And we release and we set up again. So what you should feel is this area of the arm and shoulder tense, and that the muscle's working. It's grabbing the fascia. As you move, it's grabbing the fascia. It creates an enzyme change from the inside out, sloughs away dead fascia, rehydrates, makes existing fascia that's still functional, makes it more healthy.
That's incredible. I feel so good after just doing that. I'm like, well, I'm going to start doing fascia flow. And everybody who is in this live learning about fascia and having their mind blown, get the bundle. You can get the bundle from the link in my bio or in Dreena's bio. Get the bundle so you get Dreena's full fascia flow course. So you learn a lot more than just this. What else do you teach in there? Like, are there some other movements?
Yeah.
What other things?
Yeah, so there's a full PDF which gives you an explanation, like an outline of what this is, how it works. And then when you go to the videos, there's beginner videos. So I don't just start doing classes and I walk you through it, guide you into it, explain the formula, get you doing some upper body. some lower body. And then I have a chair flow too, because a lot of people, there's movements we do on the mat where we're on our knees. And then, you know, a lot of people say, I don't want to be on my knees, it hurts. So I have chair flows. So you can sit on the chair and do things from sitting. We work the lower body. It helps with the low back pain, knee pain. Knee pain and back pain are coming from the hamstrings. Everyone thinks we need to like tighten the core and strengthen the core. It's because the hamstrings have a lot of dense fascia. Everyone has fascia there. It's how we live. We sit a lot. And then there's, once you get through the intro videos, they're sort of like more advanced, but they're not too crazy, where, you know, it's just like a morning flow, what I do every morning. We have an immunity boosting flow, a bedtime flow with acupressure. So they tap into meridians, which kind of just help calm the nervous system and help you settle in for like a more restful sleep, that kind of thing.
Ooh, I'm doing that tonight.
We all need that, especially us contributors of the bundle. Our energy is up here, right?
Right, totally. Yeah, I'm so gonna do that. I'm like super,
Cool.
super, super excited to get into your course. And Steve mentioned in the chat, he says, "Oh, okay, I got you. I'm feeling more resistance underneath the helper arm."
Well,
and yes, because you're like trying to, you know, at the same time that you're trying to push back with this one, you're trying to pull with this one. So it's like, oh, and then you feel it in the other arm too. That's why it's a full shoulder workout.
it really is. And so what I'm going to mention to Steve is you probably have a lot of resistance there. The more dense fascia we have, the more resistance we have. It has more tensile strength than steel per weight. So if you're using all of your force, Steve, you're not going to move that arm. And you need 3 or 4 people to actually move your arm. In my training, we did that where we would use max force, and they use 2 and 3 like burly people to help move your arm. So you need to dial down the resistance, bring it to like a 4 out of 10. So then the helper hand can move the arm. It's still as effective. You just do reps to work through it.
Wow, that's so cool. I see, like, all the things that we learn. This is what's so cool about the bundle, is that you can learn so many new things. And like, I love that you said at the beginning that people tend to just default to diet. It's diet, it's diet, it's diet, it's diet. I need to eat more ginger or turmeric, like you said, or I need to do this or that, whatever. But it's like, diet is just one thing out of all the things that we need to do to have a balanced body. And we neglect a lot of stuff like the fascia. Like, most of us don't know about it. I didn't know about it until now. I'm like, I heard about it, but I didn't know about it. And so now I'm really, really excited to get that involved in my routine too, because all of these little things like your sleep, your exercise, everything, like, it enhances the diet. So the diet is there, but it can only do so much, right? Christine in the chat said that felt really amazing. I'm glad you did it too. Steve says, thank you. Oh, this is amazing.
Yeah.
Woo!
And one thing I want to mention is that you bring up a super good point about diet, because people who are already plant-based and do this work, they fare better because their body already has the foundation of the whole foods that supports the nutrition to recover from the workout, flush out the system. Like, we fare better because our bodies are really processing everything better. So it's like the diet's the foundation, but then we have all these other little limbs of things we can do to make ourselves feel more optimal, right? But when you already have that base, you're like a step ahead.
Yeah, exactly. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I'm excited
Cool.
for tonight. Oh, thank you so much for joining today and teaching us all about that. Do you have any final things or thoughts that you want to share?
Oh, just everyone, like, you know, find some fun stuff in there to explore, like, go out of your comfort zone, because I know for myself, and we all do it, we stay with what's easy and comfortable, but it's that curious mind that helps us explore. So whether it's the fascia work or a new recipe, like, that little curious mind really helps us grow into new things. That's all. And thank you for having me.
Aw, and thank you for joining. It was so great to meet you. And yeah, like, chat and stuff instead of just email.
Yeah. And for all of us who do this, wow, we need it, right? We need that release up here. So yeah, feels nice.
Definitely. That was so amazing. Thank you so much. And everybody who's watching, please go buy the bundle. You get Dreena's Fascia Flow, her 2 ebooks. You get 8 things from Nate and I, our live lunch, the wrap book, the tacos, make it raw, make it cooked, 2 months free of my online meal planning app, Nate's Ninja Nice Creamy ebook, and his Kitchen Essentials course, plus all the other stuff from everyone else for $49. It's all yours.
You couldn't throw a couple of extras in there?
I always over deliver. I'm like, here, everybody take $700 worth of stuff.
I have to say, I posted about, before we go, your ebook yesterday. I don't have a dehydrator, and my kitchen's not super big, but when we move, I'm getting a dehydrator just for your wraps ebook. And you put so much attention to your instruction and guide people so that they have success. That's pretty rare. So I just wanted to shout out to you for that, because I looked at your ebook and I was like, wow, this is detail. This lady is detail oriented, and like, you care about people's experience. That's important, right, when you're doing recipes. So just a little high five to you on that. And then I need to buy a new house so I can get a hydrator.
Right, I know, right? Totally. Thank you so much for that. I really do make sure, because the thing is, like, I've made recipes from other people or whatever, and I have questions about stuff, and I'm like, like, I really want to make sure that people have success when they make the wraps. So I want them to make it the first time. There's some little things that most people who have issues didn't follow the instructions properly, right? So it's like, follow the weights, follow the instructions, and you'll do just fine. So yeah,
You covered everything.
Yeah, I know. I was like, I'm gonna make an FAQ section with all the possible common questions that I get asked. So everything's right there. If you have a typical troubleshooting or whatever, it's all in there. So yeah, I really went overboard with the wrap book.
Yeah, no one can complain, that's for sure.
Thank you so much. All right, so we're gonna go. Thank you for sharing that. Thank you for enlightening me and helping to improve so many people's lives. You are truly valued and appreciated.
As are you. Thank you. Thanks for having me. Have a good.
You're welcome. All right, have a great day, everybody who's watching. And Dreena, see you later.
See you. Bye.